Ladies and gentlemen, the last week we in the street of the Long Beach, Ethan Stanley easily won the race by 14 seconds over the Tyler 40. It was really one of the amazing races for Ethan Stanley in that race. But in the 3D race, in the Phoenix Oval race, with five laps to go, Ethan Stanley leading after the pace car. He lost the control of the car and ended on the back and handling the leading to Tyler 40 and winning his first Indy Live Series. But today we have two new challenge coming from Barber. Later of this race, we have the Watkins Glen on round 5 and 6 here in P1 Broadcasting. So welcome to everyone. This is the round 5 and 6 here in P1 Broadcasting. For sure, it's the sponsor for us. Welcome to everyone. I am LGN, Luis Gonzalez Nunez, and once again, I have to repeat it 2 times to remember this. This is IRL Indy Live Series presented by for us Indy P1 Broadcasting. This is round 5 and 6. Watkins Glen is the 6 and Barber is the 5. So we are Barber so far for now. We are qualifying on the way for sure. So we're gonna find out who is in the grid. Gonna hide this. So far now this is Logan Key is on the. This is Logan Key in the track. Okay, so here we go. Not much better. We have 4 minutes to go. I'm gonna show the standing so far, and for sure, Ethan Stanley on front with 112.648 out of second. So let's check in the schedule. So far, this is the schedule we've seen so far. The first race was non-point. It was the Elite Freedom 100, winning by Thomas Garner. And then the point started with the Mid-Ohio Road America. Ethan Stanley winning the whole race. Then around last week was Long Beach and Phoenix with Tyler 40 winning the race. So next one is today, Barber, 25 laps. Watkins Glen, 20 laps, where 3 minutes remain for the qualifying so far. And then next year, we have in January 8th, we have Pocono, the Pocono 100. This is going to be a long race around the track. And then we have Iowa and San Luis 75 and 93, the San Luis, the World Wide Technology Raceway. Gateway, for sure. That's the short name for the track. So what about the standings? So this is the standings before they started the round 3 and 4 when we Ethan Stanley and Tyler 40 winning both races. So after this is everything changed with Ethan Stanley on front once again, but Tyler 40 was 40 points after Long Beach, but because he won in Phoenix, he is 22 points ahead. So Justin Watworth, he was on 10th, but he jumped into the 3rd place, 63 points behind William White with 68 and Hunter Smith with 73 and 5th. So that is the standing so far. We are 1 minute 20 seconds remain. So welcome to everyone. So this is the EOL Live Series coming from Barber. So this is the race on Barber. I think so. The qualifying is gone. So we're going to the starting line for sure. Here in Barber Motorsport. This is the standard grid on pole. Let's put it on pole, the timing. There is Tyler, Ethan Staley 112.555 on a second. Tyler 40 second. Richard Hearn, Ryan Bluman in the front row, in the road too. In the Bauer, Hunter Smith, Chad Frankenfeld, Dylan Javier, Caleb Pashomer, Dan Moreras, and 10. So that's the first 10 cars on the grid. We will win the Jeff Waxon, Ryan Gable, Colin Heil, Jaron Rexin, Ailton Norgard, Aiston Hanavid, Conor Hatfield, Corey Hartwood, William White, and Bruce Cody. Bruce Cody. That's the I guess this is the last name for him. Let's go to the last guys. Logan Key, Presti Soren 22 with 114.8. Kel Pakak, Chris Aldrich, rank 40. In 26 we have Chris Forsyth, Pierce Hurstler, Sam. Oh my God, Sam Botwell, I guess. We have Gabby Hibbs without times and Paul bunch of letters in 30 years. Because 30 cars today in Barber Motorsport Park. That's the people going in the track. It's gonna be a really interesting race. For sure, we're gonna talk about a lot of stuff. What is gonna happen next year in P1? What is gonna happen in for us, for EOL? Gonna be next soon. Close. Gonna be the one more edition. So one more edition, the EOL INDYCAR, the P1 broadcasting INDYCAR series for support for us for sure. It's gonna be on Thursday 15, January 15, so next year. We're gonna talk about that soon. Gonna show this. We're gonna show that. Here we go. Okay, this is turn 9. This is one of the toughest. Why? Because the car is blind. It's really blind in that section. We can go, if you can help me with that, we go to the Giro with Richard Hearn. There's Richard Hearn, one of the IRL cam car driver. That's it on board with him. Later is going to tell turn 12. They're going with the leader. There it says burning a little bit tires, or reheat the tires for the race. For The last time in P1 Broadcasting, the last, actually one of the two last races and league in P1 Broadcasting started here. 24 laps, and Barber started with the green flag. Now, it depends on the Ethan Stallion turn 1 and 2, then going to the turn 3. This counted like a turn 4 to the left, to the right, sorry, and then discover this break point. Richard Hearn, let's go to the back for Richard Hearn over there. We have a lot of cars on the back, some blocking, and you have an incident, I guess. I hear some car have an incident. Yes, there is. Oh, we have many cars with incidents on the track. We can go later about that. For now, Talo 40. I have Christopher, Kurt Forsyth, rank 40 in bold also too. We're gonna go down after this first lap. Many cars on board in this incident. Let's go to the board with Tyler 40. That's on board with him on going for the chase to Ethan Stanley, basically, for the leader. What happened on the first lap? We see, let's go to Corey. That's happened with Corey on the restart. See what happened with Corey in there. Oh. Avoid the contact, good job for him. But what about Colin Heil and Kurt Forsyth on the front after the first lap? This is happening with Collins. We have an incident over there with Forsyth. That was Kurt Forsyth on front. Let's go with Frank 40. And with the Giro. Somebody, I think, oof. That's the car 47, I think. Let's see the car 47 with some, let's go to replay a little more back. Here we go. That's kind of missing the breakpoint. Basically on Colin Heil. He's going live with the leader on front with 3 laps in the track. What about Waxon? Waxon happened something with Waxon. Let's see what happened with him. James Waxon missing in this session, turn 7, 8. Let's see what happened with him. Oh, he's missing and lose the control. Too much torque in the car. But all good with James Waxon. Losing a lot of position from 11 to 23 so far for now. Also to the live with the leader. Something happened with Tyler 40. We have to find out what happened with him. Let's go to the replay. And Tyler 40, he lost many spots. There we go. There it is. Found it. Let's go to the board with him with a mistake and turn. This is. He went on. This is turn 5. Misses the break point and loses the second position on the Tyler 40. And now we have a Richard Hearn as a second place in 1.3 or 4 seconds behind of Ethan Stanley. But then who have the purple lap? So far is Ethan Stanley with 112.9. Behind is in the Andy Kuchenbauer. Follow Richard Hearn. The rest. Let's go on board with him. This is turn 9. It's going to tell 10, 11. To go 12, this is one of the fastest, but you have to brake it over here to the right. Went to the right. Keep it to the right. You have to use all the track to turn over here to the left, right, and left. And take it one more lap. Let's keep going with him. This is turn 1. Because this car is not have too much power on the corners, you can take that turn 1 really easily. No problem at all. Then this is the problem with how about the incident first lap and also Tyler 40. He missing the break point. Kind of too much brake over there with Indy. Push to pass for sure. What is the situation in push to pass? We're gonna see the situation in the push to pass here. There is. Richard Hearn used it. But I think Stanley, Kuchenbauer, Lohmann now use it. Hunter Smith use it. Tyler 40, forget it. They don't want it. 150 each one. 142 for Brian Bloman. He's under attack of Tyler 40 is under attack to Hunter Smith and Brian Bloman up front. Got a good battle on the front with 40, Bloman, and Smith for the 4th position so far. Just remember that like, subscribe, click the bell. You're gonna notice all the new broadcasting next Tuesday, next Monday, the Open Series. Gonna be a broadcasting for us. The INDYCAR Open Series. And also, it's a double-header, actually. It's a double-header race. It's a double-header day before Christmas. We're going to have the Open Series coming from Michigan. Coming next is going to be the NXT, the Indy NXT Road Series from Okayama. Next day, on Tuesday, we have the Fixed Series. It's coming from Homestead, Miami, and coming next, it's gonna be the Indy NXT Oval Series coming from US International Raceway. So it's gonna be that's gonna be the last 4 races before Christmas. So just click the bell over there to don't forget all this stuff around the P1. Let's see Richard Hearn losing a little bit track on the Ethan Stanley's 2.6, but Indy Cooker Bauer is a 9/10 behind on the Richie Hearn, but the battle of so far is here for the 4th place with Brian Bluman, Hunter Smith, and Tyler 40. Kind of far is Chad Frankenfeld. Also, this is the big train with Dan Morera, Ryan Gable, Presley Sora winning 12 spots so far. Started 22 and now it's in 10 behind Dilar Habir. Caleb Pushamer over there and Chad Frankenfeld in 7. Let's keep it on track with Indy. Behind on Richie Hearn is 4/10. Just waiting for the mistake on Richie Hearn. Hunter Smith is using the push to pass at 102, 101, 100 seconds side by side in turn 5. A great defense of Brian Bloman in there. Got on board, nice on board, side by side, and one of the Estes here in Barber, and it's 7, 8, and 9. Keep it on board, push to pass. Hunter Smith, 40 also in push to pass. Be careful with the touching. 9, nice patch, and they have an incident. And Tyler 40 take the 4th place. We have to see this. Let's go to with here. This is in the SS. We hear the touch between Hunter Smith and Brian Bluman once again. Let's see what happened. This is the really risk maneuver on Tyler 40. They have a contact. Brian Bluman went offside, and Tyler 40 keep it on the front. That was the replay. Now we are live now. The 11 laps in the front 25. We are 15 to go so far. Really interested. Look at that, the train on behind with Cat, Loman, Hunter Smith. 40 for sure is going to escape with all of these problems. Who is not escaping is Richie Hearn. They have a lap down on the front. And that's the car with Bruce 40. Nice to leave it Bruce over there. And leave it pass or let pass to Richie Hearn to going to the front. Meanwhile, on front Ethan Stanley, very quiet. Make a lap by laps. We have an incident with Paul Banchaletter, sorry. Let's see what happened with him. We have a black flag over there. Losing the control. And boom! Hit the wall. Race over. What happened? Let's go on board. The rest. Paul is out of the race. let's keep going with this battle between Andy and Richard Hearn on front for the second place. Nice performance of the Andy on the on road course. He's making a good job of over here in Barber. Brian Bluman went down. What happened with Brian? Let's see. Oh, once again. Oh my God, have a contact with Hunter Smith once again. And should be make a penalty. Because it's the second contact he have. That's the replay again. Hunter Smith and side by side losing, blocking, and have a contact with the Brian Bluman, losing bunch position here in Barber. Let's go on board with this Brian Bluman. This is Hunter Smith. Sorry, this is Ethan Stanley. 40. Still have a 12 to go. He can go and catch these two guys on front when the Indy still cannot make the pass on the Richard Hearn. He's doing the best, but he can. Remember, like, subscribe. You like this broad, and you like for sure all the stuff of the INDYCAR and broadcasting iRacing. Ring the bell for all notify what is coming next for us. Like I said, next we don't have more. We don't have. This is the last one for the week. We come back next week from Michigan. Gonna be Jacob Collins, Mark Murphy on the boat on Monday Open Series from Michigan. Then Jacob Collins is gonna call in the Okayama circuit with the Indy NXT road course, the Indy NXT road series. And then on Tuesday we are back once again with Justin, Gary, and I from Holston, Miami. So that's gonna be the fixed series race, and then Jacob Collins is calling the last race before Christmas, side by side with Andy, and make the pass finally, and before the SS. So now Richard Hearn have to go in for attack, and Andy had to defend it against Richard Hearn. So the ex John De La Pena, wow, kind of overdriving over there, but behind is coming soon. It's coming in turn 13, 14 now. Tyler 40, very close. It's gonna be really, really good battle over here between these two drivers. One of the new generations and one of the top stars in the Champ Car and IndyCar series. Anyways, come back with the NXTs from USA International Raceway. So this is gonna be the oval race. We are 10 to go to finish the race. 2.7. Tyler 40 is there. He can see the cars on the front. Look at that, there it is. So the Lead Racing League on iRacing delivered professional high-quality sim racing modeled after real-world motorsport, recognized for a competitive field and engagement broadcast. ERL is proving ground for top racers. To learn more, use one of the link of the description. This is a ERL league. And remember, this is the schedule. It started on Thursday, January 15. We are back to the IRL P1 Broadcasting INDYCAR Series with the F5 Challenge, Japan Indy 300. It's going to be Gary Godson and I. We'll be covering the entire season from January 15 to April 30th. So here on Elite Racing Network channel. So it's going to be in that channel. So all the link and description, Discord, Instagram. Then we're going to go to Texas, Silverstone, for sure. Richmond. We're going to go to California 500, Phoenix, and many, many others until the Indy 500. It's going to be April 23, the 16th running, the Lucas Oil School. Indy 500 sponsored by Lucas Oil. That's really, really interesting there. So Tyler 40, 112.8. The fastest lap is 1.7. Close to Richard Hearn, is still behind on Andy. But I think Tyler 40 with 8 to go is going to get the pass. I'm going to remain the second place when he lose like 10 laps ago in here. Let's see what happened with Hunter and Smith a couple laps ago. In the SS in turns 7, 8, and 9, losing the car. And return to the track. Nice job. Braking, leaving the Chris Forsyth to pass. Then we have Chris Alvarez. What happened with Chris? This is before 13, 14, 15. Losing the car. Nice job. No car coming. Come back to the track. Good job for him. Let's see what happened on the front with Andy 40 and Richard Hearn in the middle. This is the sandwich. The sandwich is the middle. Is Richard Hearn. Please like, subscribe if you like the broadcasting. Remember, coming next, it's gonna be then from Watkins Glen. It's gonna be 20 laps around Watkins Glen. They're gonna show you over there the overlay. There is. We are Barber, Route 5, and next coming next is gonna be Watkins Glen. Double header here in P1. Ethan Stanley, 112.6. I think I read well. Andy Kukeba is going away a little bit. I think Ethan Stanley started to use the push to pass. So let's see what happened in the situation of this. This the push to pass remain. Tyler 40 have a 30. It's going for attack for Richard Hearn. Richard Hearn, I think he make a mistake over there. Let's stay on board. Loose over there. Kind of wide Andy over there in turn 15 to 16. And the battle is over there. Richard Hearn have a lot of push to pass in his bank. 116. Tyler 40 30th and 46 is Andy. with 5 to go. Andy used the boost to pass so far for now. Next week is gonna be a really excited race. Or actually, it's gonna be more excited because we're gonna have a Pocono 100. First, it's gonna be triple-headed that day with the Pocono 100. Then we're gonna go to. My God, I really forgot. There is the schedule. And then we go to Iowa. Pretty excited also too. And then we go to the Gateway, the last race over there. So far for now, we don't have a schedule confirmed to the next season. Even I don't know if I'm gonna do the next season, but it's gonna be for sure next season. That's one of the announcements. It's gonna be, but so far we don't have the schedule confirmed for the next season, 2026A. For sure, it's always is after the Freedom 100. Then and also it's after the postseason INDYCAR series. So that's the Indy Light series from next season. But it should be after April. So it's gonna be the next season there. We have 4 to go. 11 seconds ahead, Ethan Stanley. That's the gap. Now it's 10 seconds. And Ethan Stanley is going for the fastest lap. Andy a little bit wide. Richard Hearn is getting the gap close. But I think I have on the control Andy in that turn 15. Interesting the line of Richard Hearn on that. Push the pass on. 17 seconds have a 40. And Richard Hearn getting there. I think have a contact. Tyler 40 maybe have a contact with Richard Hearn. Let's see what happened. Side by side, for sure. Don't know if Richard Hearn heard the inside, but it's a legit contact between Tyler 40. Is he on board? Ooh. I don't think Tyler 40 was inside before the apex. So no, Richard Hearn is fourth, losing 7 seconds behind on Tyler 40. Could be race control give it a penalty to Tyler 40 before the checkered flag? Who knows? We don't know yet. Andy Bauer is under pressure for Tyler 40. I think Andy's out of tires because the way he exited on turn. Let's see what it said. Race control. I don't know yet. Maybe it's a bad situation for Tyler 40, especially for the championship contender. Meanwhile, the leader is taking the white flag. One more lap to go here in Barber. It's gonna follow him, and then we're gonna back to Tyler 40 and Andy. Let's go back him. This is turn 1 and 2, 3. Going over there. Getting close. That's really unfortunate for Richie Hearn and Tyler 40 because there was a good battle over there, but take the second place. This is the last couple corners. Is behind Chris Forsyth, Ethan Stanley. This is turn 15, 14, and Ethan Stanley winning once again in the Indy Light Series. Meanwhile, on the back, couple corners, and Andy take the second place with Tyler 40, third. Richard Hearn, kind of disappointment for sure. Kind of tough race for Richard Hearn once again, and taking the fourth place, at least consolation for the contact in that turn. We waited for all the cars parking to have the final result in Barber Motorsport Park. Couple cars, sorry. Running around. I'll take the checkered flag. We have the car 20 at passing, and there is. That's the last car crossing the checkered flag. Good race, actually. It was a big dominant for sure for Ethan Stanley today here in Barber. Ethan Stanley winning by 13.1 seconds over the INDYCAR Power. Tyler 40, Richard Hearn Ford, Chad Frankenfeld winning 2 spots in there. Ryan Gable, Dan Morera once again top 10. Good job for him. Gerald Rexin, Brian Bluman, unfortunately, he started on 4 and he finished on 9 now. And Dylan Javier closing the top 10 here. In 11, Kello Peshomer, William White, Norgar Precisora. I don't know what happened with Precisora. He had a good performance. He went to almost top 10 and in the end he finished on 14. Logan Key, Hunter Smith. 10 spot behind, back after the incident with Glenn Broman, James Waxon, and a hip. Kel Pacock and Craig Forsyth in top 20. Next people is with lap down, Kyle, Albrecht, and Cody Havot finished the race, and people out of the race is Haldwell, the 40 family, Frank and Bruce, Paul Banchaletters, Hatfield, Hausler, and Gabby Hibbs and Terrier. So all these people out of the race. Okay, so this is this. We're gonna have a break. We're gonna take our flight. We're gonna go to Watkins Glen, and we're gonna have the second race. It's gonna be next, just a couple minutes. We're gonna have the second race in Watkins Glen. So it's gonna be race 6. So this is gonna be here in P1. So we're gonna have a break. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna come back in maybe 5 minutes. Depends. I think it's gonna be in 5 minutes when we have a. Here we go. We're gonna have the next race in the Watkins Glen. So stay tuned. So stay there. We come back in couple minutes. Well, people, we are back once again. This is the second race of the day. We stayed like a little bit break because the open practices was on the way, but now we are in. Sorry, it was. Now we are in the qualifying. So with Jack Frankenfeld over there, this is the overlay. So this is the Barber winning by Ethan Stanley. Now we are in the Watkins Glen track with a boot. So basically, the boot is in the middle between 4 and 5. That's the boot. It's the long track. So we are back again. This is a qualifying on the way. We don't have timing so far. It's just the qualifying started. So we're talking about. Let's talk about between. We have the music behind. Let's talk about. Let's talk about the standing so far. The race in Barber. Ethan Stanley is leading. Second Tyler 40 for 14 points behind. Justin Wardward with 97. William White in 103 and Dan Morera 109 behind. So that's the standing so far in here. So 3 poles for Ethan Stanley, 2 poles for Tyler 40, 4 winners for Ethan Stanley, 1 win for Tyler 40. So you know what? Could be a disaster in Pocono, in Iowa, and in Gateway to don't have Ethan Stanley as the champion, the first champion on the Indy Light Series post INDYCAR Series season. So who knows? This is gonna be really interesting. What is gonna happen in between these 2 races? For now, Ethan Stanley, sure. He is the pole hero for now, or the poleman for now, with 132.9. 132.2 is Belen Blowman. 133.4 is Waxon. You can see in the screen. Interesting, huh? So the Lead Racing League is on iRacing delivered professional high-quality sim racing modeled after real-world motorsport, recognized for the competitive field and engagement broadcast. So the URL is providing group the top 10 racers. So to learn more, you can use one of the descriptions, one of the links or descriptions below. So they have many stuff of the NASCAR, the Cup, they have a NASCAR track, Xfinity, the 2003 series, and also the I want to say the most important for sure, the INDYCAR series. This is the schedule. It's gonna be on the start of the first season. The first race is gonna be started on Thursday, January 15. We are back with the URL P1 Broadcasting INDYCAR Series with the F5 Challenge Japan Indy 300. So it's going to be Gary Gatson and I. We're going to be covering the entire season from January 15 to April 30th. So it's going to be that all of this season going to be for sure in Elite Racing Network channel. So it's gonna be on the his channel. So you can see January 15 we have the F5 challenge Then we're gonna go the F5 Challenge Texas 500 in the Legacy Texas. Pretty good. Silverstone Grand Prix. The INDYCAR 1909 Dakar Indy Challenge from Richmond. Then we have the 5th annual F5 Challenge from Long Beach. The F5 Challenge 500 from Auto Club. The Indy 1909 Dakar 250 from the Curly Phoenix Raceway. The New England 225 New Hampshire. Probably, we don't know yet. Probably in April 2nd, we have the St. Petersburg Grand Prix, but we don't know yet. So we have to find out if it's going to be or not. But if it's going, it's going to be in 100 laps. And then we have the 6th annual Presley Soda Dakar Grand Prix on Indianapolis before the 16th Lucas Oil School of Racing Indianapolis 500 on April 23. Before that, we have the qualifying, and in between, I think, April 9 and 23, we have the Freedom 100 gonna be on ERN channel, and we finish on 13 running on the F5 Challenge on St. Louis 500. So it's gonna be 325 miles around of Gateway. So 1 minute. Yeah, I thought it was a make it practice, but that let's take it off this thing from here because we're gonna show you guys the 2026 season, the ERL Indy P1 broadcasting INDYCAR. So it's going to be really interesting with many sponsors. It's going to be 12 seasons, 12 races. One we don't know is coming soon. No. If it's coming, the Grand Prix of St. Petersburg. It's going to be on the way. But if it's not, it's going to be something. But we don't know what's going to be that something. So let's see what's happened. So far, 33 seconds. Glenn Bluman. Oh, somebody lose the control. Fastest lap. Here we go. That's the good one. This is the Corey Abbott. Do some losing control in turn 9. This is the qualifying by itself. There's nobody around the track. We've seen 40, the 16 of Prestige Soda over there. A red flag's out. Means the qualifying is over. We're going to have a long pace around the track. But for sure, we're going to have a lot of time to talk about who's going to be, oh my God, sorry. Who's going to be the 31 cars in grid today in this track. There's going to be a long pace here in this track. For the first time, wait, there it is. For the first time, Glenn Bluman, the pole leader, the poleman, the pole position, whatever you want to call him. Glenn Bluman, 132.869. That's the pole for him, followed by Ethan Staley, William White in third, Tyler Ford in fourth, James Watson in fifth, Colin Kyle, Chad Frankenfeld, Caleb Pashamer, Hunter Smith, and Richie Hearn in 10th. Let's go for row 6 to 10. That's going to be Ryan Gable, Corey Abbott, Red Forsyth, Indy Bauer in 14. Surprise, surprise, we have a Mac Wagner in 15. Plessy Sora in 16. And a bit in 17, Gerald Rexin, Kelpacock, and Dylan Habir in 20th. The last couple cars in 21, we have a Bruce 40, bunch of letters over there in 22, Logan Key, Chris Salvage, Frank 40, Andrew Hardcastle, Pierce Hassler, Dan Bodwell in 28, and the people without timing, so Gabby Hibbs, Dan Morera, and the last one in row 16 is Joshua Osborne. That is the 31 cars here in Watkins Glen. I think white is not in track. So basically, Tyler 40 take the third place because the missing of the William White. That sucks because I have a good start on third. It's gonna be 20 laps around the Watkins Glen. It's not timing. Actually, it's timing. Oh yeah, it's half hour, basically. I didn't know it's half hour in the around the track. We don't have purple lap. We just show you or activate the purple lap in the track. The weather. That's the good question about the weather. What happened with the weather? That we didn't see nothing about the weather on Barber. But here the temperature is 73 in the track. Sorry, 73 and ambient. Track 82. So very high humidity over here with 61.2. And it's cloudy. You can see on the screen. Very, very cloudy. William White is over there in pits. Losing, gonna start it for the back. Unfortunately, Watson is gonna take the fourth place. Let's go on board with him. Do some warm ups on the car, on the tires. Look at that track. Look at that the sky is pretty dark. I have to show you with and white. We want to show you the people stay in the track. So the best car is in. And the flagman said, "This is the green flag. We have a lot of cars jumping to the right, the left." Oh my God! We have a cars on the back. A lot of cars losing time. Impressive is out. Come another car is Wagner over there also too, losing the control. Chris Harvard also too is out of the race. Let's see what happened on the first lap. I know it's kind of oof. Wagner 77 of the Banchalera also too is out. Hunter Smith losing position. Let's see what happened with Hunter Smith and the boot. Oh, have a contact over there. And also I have a Mimble flag is out of the race. And we have a caution. Too many cars, incident, too many staff around the track. And we have to review all of this. We have a yellow full caution around the track. Let's go to Bangkok. What happened with Oman? Okay. We have a 3 or 4 cars. Dylan Javier also too. What happened with him? That's the contact. Yeah, we have a 3 or 4 cars around. What about Wagner in the restart? Let's go a little more back for him. And let's see what happened with him. No, a little more back. Here we go. We can go to that. The 4Y for him. And somebody make the contact for him on the back. And somebody just make the pass if he's not completely destroy the car, basically. So the rule is you cannot come into the pits. So the people coming to the pit have to drop to end, even if you want to repair the car. For example, Mark Wagner came to the pit, have to come into the back to the field. Anyways, have to repair the car, so something happened. Ethan Stanley make the pass. We can find a way where he make the pass on the track. This is side-by-side in the restart. With Brian Blowman on front, we are on yellow. It's not live. Before the boot, with Wax on the side-by-side, also almost 3Y, is when Ethan Stanley takes the lead. Nice on Ethan Stanley about the pass. Pretty nice, huh? Let's go on board with Brian Roman when he can make the pass. We're still in yellow. This is side-by-side, and Ethan Stanley, nice pass. But that off track should be have slowed down, but the yellow came at some point. But the pass was already made, so it's not a big deal about that. That's the moment when he lose the lap. We are live now. Watch it, he lose the first position. We are live with Ethan Stanley leading for now in the pace car. We have a big incident in turn 11 after the boot, and also in turn 2 with many people out. So we have a basically from 21 to 28 out of the race. The pace car should be have one more lap. Yeah, because the pace car don't have the lights out. So we have a lot to wait because it's the least. I can tell you how much is for one lap. No, it's not this. That. Nope. There. 150. It should be the pace car have the lights out. It was 150.8 passings for lap. What about the next lap? 3 minutes and 16. And also start to find it. Everyone is making fastest lap because it's the first it's the first lap after the pace car after the first lap. So 3 minutes and 16.7 seconds around the track. So I always mention to Gary when we have this kind of long pacings around the track. We have people say with black. Bruce Body, I don't know why. Persham also to have a black flag. Maybe race control can clean all that stuff. If you just joined, this is the URL Indy Live Series. It's the second race from Watkins Glen. We have a big incident on lap 1. Actually, in lap 1 in turn 2, and then we have the other incident in the boot in between 4 and 5. So a lot of cars went out. That's why we have a black. We have the yellow flag or the caution, full caution yellow. So that's why we are in pacing. It's 70 to go. No refuel. No reposting in the pit. If you come into the pit, you're gonna get a black flag, because in the real life, the Indy Live Series or the NXT don't refuel, don't change the tires. So that's gonna be a penalty if you come into the pit. It's gonna be a black flag if the race control catch you. For sure, don't want to nobody. You cannot refuel. Also, because the fuel is exactly for 20 laps. We are live. We have a lot of stuff. Actually, it's not a lot of stuff happening in P1. Just the official series. Next Monday, started for Monday, we have for Christmas. We have the INDYCAR series, Open series, basically in the Monday night with from Michigan. It's gonna be really interesting. That the Open series, the Michigan's race. Later that we have the Indy NXT road series from Okayama. Then Tuesday we are back with the Oval series, the fixed series, the Oval series from Homestead, Miami. It's gonna be Justin, Gary, and I. And then we close in before Christmas the doubleheader in the NXT Oval Series from USA International Racing. So it's gonna be really, really good. The pace car is in. Ethan Stanley commanding the race over the Brian Blowman and Waxon on 40 and Chad in 5th place. We see a little more on the back. What happened on the back? Nothing happened. All good. The people make it good. All good. We have there's some cars make it. Oh, we have an incident on the back for sure. And let's see what happened. Who's the car? Let's see what happened with Logan Key on the back. Let's go on board. We have a caution once again. Let's see on the board. Is losing the control by itself. That's why we have this incident. Let's go a little more back. Losing the control. We have a contact with one car. Everyone tried to avoid him. And he punched it. So Sam received the middle flag. Why? Because he made the contact. He went to the wall. That's everything in turn 2, 3, and 4 here in Watkins Glen. This is the second yellow flag of the day. Yeah. So they need to catch the pace car. And the pace car should be going exit now from the pit. Yeah, normally in real life, all of these incidents is the green flag, sorry, yellow flag. So for sure, but the league have a ERL have a the rules. If it's 2 or 3 cars involved in the incident, the caution is through it. So they must do through the caution because the incident. Buddy Watts make the fastest lap. Good for him. This is very normal when you have a cold tires, especially in oval. The car is not turning; it just is loose. So you need to at least one more lap to just put the car in track. So you have to be very careful about all that stuff. We are 5 laps, 2 yellows. A lot of cars go out of the race. Yeah, that's a lot happened over here. The biggest gainer so far is Pierce Hausler with 14 spots. He started in 27. Correct? The car number 61. And Hunter Smith is retired, so he started on 9th. He's out of the race. It should be because the pace car see the lights. Should be one more lap around the track. Let's go to the schedule. This is the schedule of the schedule next week. This we've already seen this today. So Ethan winning and won in Barber, but he is leading. So in Watkins Glen. So next year, in a couple weeks, in 2 weeks, or I think it's 2 weeks. 2 weeks? I think it's 3 weeks. We're gonna have the Pocono 100, 40 laps around the Pocono. It's gonna be a long and forever race that day because really with these cars, it's gonna be whoa. And Iowa 75, that's gonna be really excited that race, like we saw it last week in Phoenix. And then we're gonna close in the St. Louis 93, 75 laps around the World Wide Technology Raceway Gateway. That's gonna be the schedule and remain, but this short is this for sure. This gonna be next year. It's not 2025B, it's 2025 and 2026 season. So race 7, 8, and 9. We don't count the Freedom 100 because this was without out of point. So Pocono, Iowa Gateway next year, January 8th. Same time, same channel. Here in P1, 7:45 Thursday. And next week, it started on January 15. We come back to the 2026A schedule at the INDYCAR series with the first race on the F5 Challenge, Japan Indy 300 from Motegi, Twin Motegi. It's not Raceway even. They have a different name, but this for me is the Twin Motegi. So the pace car is turn off the light. We have a lot of, we have 4 people exit on the pits. Wagner, Sora, 40, Frank, and Habib. That's for making repairs. 15 to go. Passing for line is 14. So this is the ERL Indy Light Series first season. Kind of surprised how all of this is happening now here. I don't know why it's not happened last week in Long Beach, because Long Beach is really tough, but it didn't. So here, really interesting how these incidents happen here in Watkins Glen. The pace car is coming in soon, and we're gonna have the 3rd restart of the day in Watkins Glen with the Ethan Stanley pushing, and the green flag's out. Let's see what's happening on the back with all of this side by side, 2 wide in the turn 1. This is Rexing inside. All good. I don't hear nothing actually. I don't hear any car losing. Let's see what happened over there. Ooh, a lot of cars on the back making the turn. All good. Let's go on the front with Waxon, Stanley. This James Waxon over there. Ethan Stanley taking the boot. And all good. And Blowman is under attack by Waxon. Rank 40 also too. Let's go to rank 40. Careful, if you go too wide, you can have slow down in that section. That's the one that iRacing added. Ethan Stanley 133.6, the fastest lap in track. But just be careful with that. So Ethan Stanley is leading by 1 second, almost 1 second ahead of Blind Blowman. Waxon, nice job for him. In 3rd here in Watkins Glen. Let's go on board with the principal of the Waxon team. We make a joke with the Gary, the Team Scandia and iRacing. Maybe, you know what, there's some other team that have many. But I remember in one of the Indy 596, that's what Gary said, they have many cars attempted to coming in. I think they have over the 5 or over the 4 cars. In that time when IRL Tyler 40 make the pass. Nice job. I think not even tried to Waxon to force him. Don't make the pass. I think it's like a division about I'm more faster than you, and I can show you by in the track. A pretty good job on that. Waxon is coming. Ethan studied. No, Tyler 41 32.7. A lot of people use the push to pass. So like, share, subscribe about the race today and all the broadcast. Very tough started here in Watkins Glen because 2 cautions, a lot of laps, a lot of minutes around the track, so it's very tough. Blind Bowman start to little bit loose track. under of Italy Saldi. You see this battle over here, Ryan Gable and Richard Hearn in behind. This is for the position 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 with Andy O'Connor over there. William White in 8. Remember, he started, in 11. He started from the pit road, and now is 10, 11. Brian Blumen, 132.7 fastest lap. He's going front. This is the push to pass remain so far. You can see in the screen we have the track map. All the green sections of sectors. This means it's the personal. The purple is the faster in the track, so the fastest. So going for the fastest lap, but so far is personal best in sector. I say sector 1 because it's divided in small sections. So in this case, it's just section 1, personal best. Well, this is the remain push to pass. 40 have a lot. 130. 132 is Rexy. 136 Buckcock and on the back. Waxon, Uset, Brackenfell, Heil. Ethan Stanley used it. 89. Barber now used the push to pass. This 1.4 seconds behind on Ethan Stanley. Boronen used the push to pass. I'm gonna say thank you to all the people watching, stay around for all these long hours. I know it's kind of late. Thank you so much. This is the last, to be honest, this is the last league race of the year here in P1. Yesterday we have the FIS. I think I'm from Brands Hatch. So that was one of the last. Today is official. That's the last. This is the last league race of the year broadcasting here in P1. So it's very interesting. All the time is going fast, really fast here in, actually not there, in the Watkins Glen, basically in this year, 2025. We are just 2 weeks to go to just say bye-bye 2025. And 2026 for us, P1 is going to be really interesting. We have Porif INDYCAR series. We have the FIS, the Formula Indy series. We have for sure the official series, the Fixes Open, NXT Open, NXT Road, NXT Oval. It's gonna be the Indy 500 in April, May for sure. What else? We have the iRacing INDYCAR series around middle of the year, before Indy 500. The Dark Horse, the DW12. Yeah, that's many leagues. Also is coming the Area 51 on January. We don't have, I think we have confirmed the day. Not sure. but it should be soon in P1. But it's gonna be one of the longest and oldest. I think so. Oh, January 6, 2026. The first race is gonna be in Homestead, Miami. 150 lap. Tuesday 6 in P1. So it's gonna be that race, the first race of the Area 51 INDYCAR series here in P1. So it's gonna be really excited. Really excited about that new broadcasting INDYCAR here in P1. So it's really good for that. We are 8 to go. Brian Bluman, don't make it different. Let's see the 4 laps average on Brian Bluman. 133.3 the last lap. What about Ethan Stanley? A 133 flat. That's the last lap on the Ethan Stanley last lap. One lap ago, sorry. So no big difference actually between Bloman and Stanley. This is the weather condition, no changes. 85 in the track, 73 in the ambient. Very dark around still. A lot of humidity. 61.73%. Very hot. Not hot, actually. It's really, to be honest, disgusting when you have all this humidity in there, especially when you're racing in this car. So Brian Bluman is losing time. 1.8, but Tyler 40 is getting close. Let's go on board with him. See what happened around the track. Tyler 40 on board with him. This is turn 9. Turn 10 coming next. Not much happened around the track. Let's see. Richard Hearn close to Shad. Track and fill. To go on board with Richie is the podium, the former 96 driving. Also finished on third and 96 Indy 500. Nice control. Nice the way how he's coming to the apex. Showing the car to Frank Phil. We have an incident on the track. It's William White, I think so. He's have a gone. Oh, he's losing almost. Be careful with the apex. Don't want to lose with the car. Let's see what happened with the William White. He didn't crash so hard. and he decided to punch. On front we have a 40, but I think the closest battle is here with Richard Hearn, Frank Frankenfeld for the 6th position. Push to pass. That have 16. Richard Hearn 17. Almost side by side, but no, the push to pass is on. That's why good defend of the chat. We have 5 to go. On board with Richie Hearn on board is the push to pass. That braking a little more late. With that, it went to a little bit of the wall. Push the pass for Richard Hearn. He's gonna make the pass and make the pass for the 6th. Nice job for Richard Hearn over there. Big mistake of in there with Shad. Big mistake. We went on front. 40 getting close on Bloman. Maybe gonna make the pass here in turn 6 and 7, but no, kind of tough. Difficult over there. 2.4 seconds ahead. Ethan Stanley is over there. He's still on the camera. Have some incidents. Andy Kuchenbauer will have an incident over here on the track, but let's see what happens on the track. Let's go to Andy. What happened with Andy? In the boot. Car number 7, Paycock Pocock. Give it to him. The touch. Andy. David. Who was the car? Dave. Presley Sora. Let's see Presley Sora on board. Presley Sora basically punch. He lost the control. Let's go to end the incident. And we're gonna go to Presley Sora on the back. And let's see this hero. Wow. A little more back. There, right. This is the incident. Look at that, Andy. Nice job to avoid, but oh, anyways, he went out of the race. Kel Pocock have a black flag. Tyler Ford is still battle behind Brian Bloman. Car, I hear car Fini? Oh, okay. Waxton is over there. There is Waxton. Let's go to this battle. We have 3 to go. Actually, is 2 to go? 2 to go. Perfect. By the way, Richie Hearn is getting close to Colin Heil for the 5th place of the Rexing. Still first hustler. Pierce Hasselhoff with 14 spot winning today. Still on board, side by side with Tyler 40. And cannot make the pass. Got on board a little bit over there. Side by side with him at the boot. And he couldn't make the pass. Go to live. This is the live. But it's still side by side. It's there, but it cannot make the pass. It's almost there. I think the tires of Bluman is gone. Meanwhile, front, let's go to Ethan Stanley. Gonna take the white flag one more time. One more lap to go. Same for 40, same for Bloman. And I think Bloman leave the position of Tyler 40 because also I thinking about it, the push to pass position situation actually too is 11 seconds, 9, 8, 7 on Ethan, sorry, for Tyler 40. So basically that Richard Hearn make the pass on kind of Colin Hiles on 5th now. Let's gonna follow the last lap with the so far for the winner. Who knows what's gonna happen? Have to make the checkered flag to count it like a winning of the day. And once again, Ethan Stanley could be winning 2 in a row of the day. Ethan Stanley turn 10, 11, and there is for fifth time in the season. Ethan Stanley winning the race here in Watkins Glen once again. Just mentioned, he won in Mid-Ohio, Road America, Long Beach. He failed in Phoenix, but he won in Barber and he won here in Watkins Glen. Once again, Ethan Stanley, the winner in the doubleheader race in the Elite Racing League Indy Light Series. That's a pretty good job actually. Really a lot of consistent over there with Ethan Stanley winning once again. Make it some draft, lose the controls, something he didn't do on the race day here in Watkins Glen. 2 yellows. Let's see Kelpacock crossing the line. That's the last car crossing the line here in Watkins Glen. So this is the final result on the Watkins Glen. Ethan Stanley winning the race by 4.4 seconds over the Tyler 40. Ryan Bloman third. Jen Waxon, Richard Hearn, Colin Hiles, Brian Gale, Cat Freckenfeld, Rexin, and Kel Pushammer in 10. Greg Forsyth in 11, and a bit in 12. Pierce Hustler, the driver of the day with 14 spots, winning from 27. Matt Wagner surviving the first incident in 14. Corey Havot, Bruce Foddy, Dylan Javier, Andrew Hardcastle, Noel Pocock, and that's Noel Pocock is the last car on leaving the race today. So starting from here is all DNF from with Presley Sora, Indy Bauer, William White, Chris Albrecht, Frank Cody, Bodwell, Logan Key, Hunter Smith, Paul Bancheleres, Gabby Giggs, Dan Morera, and the last Joshua Osborne, DNF for today. There is the winner of the race, basically the winner of the two races today here in Watkins Glen. Actually, Watkins Glen and Barber. So very impressed of Ethan Stanley. There is the winner of the race today here in Barber. Okay, maybe we have Ethan. There is Ethan. I'm gonna make some interview for him. Talking about the race, how is dominant, how he's gonna be next week, and all the stuff. Sorry, next year actually for that. So let's go to him. Ethan, you can hear me.
Yes, I can.
Nice. Hey, my friend, congratulations for one more. Actually, you know what? You have a five winners, five winnings. Just you fell last time and in Phoenix. That's the one I want to ask you for about last week. But congratulations for your victory in Barber. Congratulations for your victory today. How was the race, especially in Barber? How was the race in Watkins Glen? And then we can talk about last week when you're spoon on Phoenix. But how was the race today? How was the two races here in Barber and Watkins?
Pretty enjoyable. Barber was really fun. Bit of a different challenge. It drove quite a bit different than the other road courses we ran before it. Just got to do different settings with the bars, and it was very front end limited. You had to really take care of the fronts and the rears. So good challenge. Got a nice gap built there, and then at Watkins Glen, I just really made sure that I pushed as hard as possible on those restarts because if I could break the toe of the car behind, I knew I had a chance just to kind of gap him slowly, and that's pretty much what ended up happening.
Mm. Tell me about the Phoenix. What do you feel when you're just 5 to go? I think 4 to go, and you spoon by because the cold tires and all that stuff. But how you feel about that last week?
Yeah, pretty upsetting losing a win, but
Mm.
drop week hopefully. Just yeah, I went to the corner. Old tires, cold. We did about 10 pace laps there beforehand, and just wasn't expecting the rear end to shift the way it did. I was in traffic the whole time during that race, so it was a lot tighter than being out front, and I just wasn't expecting the clean air to be that way.
Yeah, next year we gonna come back to the last three races. So Pocono 100, Iowa, and the Gateway. So gonna be the last three races. So I know Pocono is a big race, so it's gonna be a big track. But what about Iowa and San Luis or Gateway? I know you are now in the standings so far. You are 53 ahead of Tyler 40 and over than 100 points over Williams and Gable and Chad in fifth. So you know, in 3 races, everything could happen. But what is your strategy? I know it's far to thinking about it, but for sure, what is your strategy about these 2 races? The last 3 races, actually.
Well, Pocono, the goal is to survive, just score points. That's all I need there. It's gonna be a chaotic one. Not really looking forward to it, but should be interesting. And then Iowa, it's the new Iowa, which I haven't really raced that much before, so it's gonna be interesting. Hopefully we get the settings right where it isn't too much of a pack race and we can kind of separate a little bit, just for our sanity after Phoenix. And then Gateway, always a big fan of that track. Just never had the luck in the Indy cars, but hope to just bring home another top 3 and just bring the championship home. It seems to be one arm on the trophy, but anything can happen.
Yeah, sure. Are you gonna be on the IndyCar season?
I plan to run the new IndyCar season. Yeah, it's going to be interesting with the hybrids for sure, but looking forward to that.
Nice. The normal stuff. You have any shadows, friends, family, sponsor, staff to talk about to say everyone,
Yeah,
everything for you, my friend.
as always, big shout out to Blue Egg Marketing, a longtime sponsor with the team and with Elite. Big shout out to Lake Norman Motorsports, big group of guys running over there. We had a pretty good night. 1-2 for me and Fody in this race, and then 1-3 in race 1. And just big shout out to you up in the booth doing this by yourself. I know it's a lot of work. So big shout out to you. Love watching all these races back. And just big shout out to the admins and just Chad and everybody that runs this league.
Yeah, it's very challenging, but it's really well. The first 2 races was like a kind of nervous, and then now it's like it's okay. So let's see the last 3 because you know what, all that races is more excited, to be honest. The last race on Phoenix, really excited. But anyways, congratulations. See you next year. Happy holidays. Stay safe, and see you in January 8th.
Yep. See you in the new year.
Take care, man.
You too.
There is Ethan Stanley, the winner of the race today. Actually, the 2 races. He won both races today. So that's the thing of today. Okay, my people. Thank you so much for staying here until the end. Thanks for all the likes, subscribes, and to be around over here. We're gonna shut down. We're gonna close in everything. Remember, let's go to the schedule once again. This is the schedule. Pocono 100 gonna be in January 8th. Iowa on 75 gonna be on January 8th. And the last one is going to be San Luis Gateway, 75 laps around the track. So Ethan Stanley have a big chance to be the champion for sure. But we don't know yet because everything could happen in just one lap, actually, in one race or even 2 races. So who knows? Gonna be really excited to see who's gonna be the champion, but we have to wait for 3 more weeks to the next year. So yeah, that's it. So this is the winner, Ethan Stanley, winning in Barber and also in Watkins Glen. So no more to say. So see you to everyone in P1. Thank you so much. I am LGN. And see you all. Have a good night and see you next year for the last 3 rounds of 7, 8, and 9. It's gonna be Thursday, January 8th, started at 7:45 Eastern time here in P1. Thank you so much for all the likes, subscribes, and see you next year. No, actually, next year for more Indy Live series. Adios and happy holidays, people.